Okay, I don't know if y'all have heard so far. And the thing is, when I first heard about it, I saw somebody leave this in a trail of comments in a thread on Twitter. And I didn't know what to think of it. But then I saw it trending on Twitter when I got off work. And I said, okay, let me speak on this. But Daniel Kaluuya, who played in Get Out, and then he played in Black Panther, and he was also in that movie Widows, has now been in talks to portray Fred Hampton in this upcoming movie that is being done by Ryan Coogler and this other individual by the name of Charles D. King. And I think I have heard of that guy. And it's a movie that's going to be surrounded around Fred Hampton's life, and it's going to be called Jesus Was My Homeboy. At least that's the title they're going with right now. And it's also going to be starring Lakeith Stanfield, who plays on Atlanta, and he too was also in Get Out, and he was also in the movie Sorry to Bother You, and he's going to be playing the role of William O'Neill, who was the informant who helped infiltrate the Black Panther Party and what led to Fred Hampton being murdered. And a lot of people online, and rightfully so, were upset about this. Why, you may ask? Well, I think it's the obvious. Hollywood or Hollyweird is still having this thing where they are casting non-American born actors to portray the actual life story of people who were born in America. Fred Hampton is one of our biggest contributors to Black society as a whole. Like, for a man that was that young to do what he did in the short time that he was here on Earth is simply amazing. When you hear that he's going to have a movie be made about him, you will get excited about it to an extent, because you never know what Hollywood might actually do with it. Then you find out Ryan Coogler is a part of it, and it's like, oh, Ryan Coogler, he can really do no wrong. He's given us Fruitvale Station and Creed and Black Panther. But this might be one of the few misses he gets, and it's not because of the content matter of which he's going to help bring to life with this story. It's because of the casting of this particular character, Fred Hampton. I think a lot of American-born blacks, or ADOS, are tired of seeing non-American-born blacks play the role of someone who was born here in America. It's not like Fred Hampton was from Britain. Then we'd understand the casting choice. And I'm almost certain that if he was born in Britain, they wouldn't want an American-born actor to play him. And, they would be right. They would feel, right in their outrage. But you have some people that are upset that we are not feeling this casting choice. And let's just put it this way. I don't know if I want this. See, now I'm torn. It's like I want to see this movie because it's about Fred Hampton, who's working behind it. I support them. And it's kind of hard. And you know what I also noticed? Lakeith Stanfield. He is an American-born black man. And they have him playing William O'Neill, the informant. They basically have him playing the turncoat. How about that? That's almost like when they have movies where you have the white savior saving the black person, or the black person is always the villain. I don't know how to put it. And then you had some people in the comment section saying, well, Eddie Murphy played an African prince in Coming to America. Well, he played a fictional African prince who isn't even real. Zamunda isn't even a real place. And most of the movie took place in New York, which is here in America. The Zamunda shots was only in the first part of the movie, and then they didn't show Zamunda again until the very end. And then Zamunda wasn't even shot in Africa, it was shot here in the States. Then you had some people complaining about Black Panther. Oh, Chadwick Boseman, he played an African king, another fictional character. And Wakanda also, like Zamunda, isn't real. And it was also shot here in America via Atlanta. Then you had some people that went and said, well, Will Smith played that I think it was a Nigerian doctor. I'm not sure what his his complete nationality is, but you know he was the African doctor. But guess what? He was working here in the States, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Also where they shot the movie. They didn't go over there and shoot any parts in where he was from because he wasn't living there. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? So I can see why people are outraged about this. There are plenty of other black actors who are American born that they could have chosen to get this role. And don't get it twisted. Daniel Kaluuya is a phenomenal actor. He has a lot of range. I didn't see the movie Widows, but a lot of people who said they saw it, they said his character was very memorable, meaning his performance was very, very good. But I'm going to pause the video right quick and I'm going to bring up who I think should have played Fred Hampton. This actor's name is Stephen James. Y'all may have seen him when he played Jesse Owens in the movie Race. He was also on this show with Sanaa Lathan that came on Fox. I forgot the name of the show. It was very short-lived. And he was also recently in this movie called If Beale Street Could Talk with Regina King. Now, if you look at this picture right here, he looks like could be dead on, spot on for playing Fred Hampton. Just on the appearance alone. And he's another good actor. But the thing is, he's not as popular as Daniel Kaluuya. So it's almost like a lot of you're seeing a lot of British-born actors in particular are starting to come over and they're leapfrogging over us. And then it's crazy because you have some other people say, well, if American-born actors can do better and, act better and this, that, and the third, that's not the point. There are very good actors here, but they keep overlooking them to get those British-born actors. You don't see Britain coming over here trying to find American-born black actors to come over there and do roles for them. If it was some kind of a balance, then it probably wouldn't be that much of an issue. But this is Fred Hampton we're talking about here. This isn't a fictional king or a fictional kingdom or a prince or that doesn't exist outside of a comic book. This was a real individual. Now, if I'm trying to get his name right. If Nate Parker could take his money and other people's funding outside of a studio and put together a movie called Birth of a Nation, well, The Birth of a Nation, in which he talked about an American-born black man by the name of Nat Turner, what's stopping the people who are getting funding from these big studios to get an American-born actor to play Fred Hampton? Like, something to really think about. But I don't really know how to feel about this. Like I said, I'm torn because, like I said, Daniel Kaluuya is a good actor. I would like to see a film about Fred Hampton, and I think it could definitely be good. But I really wish they could have got an American-born black actor. And this is not me hating on British-born actors because there are some good ones, like Daniel Kaluuya, Idris Elba, and a host of others. They also recently did the same thing with Harriet Tubman. They're doing a movie about Harriet Tubman, and they didn't even get an American-born black female actress. The woman they got, she's from across the pond. I forgot what her, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think she's British. So y'all see where I'm headed with this. I think her name is Cynthia Erivo. I think that's her name. But it's like they're taking the people that are iconic to us and they're having people who were not from here or never went through that particular issue, such as chattel slavery via their ancestors, and giving them parts like this. And they want us to try to connect with that. When it comes to the audience, they have to connect with the performance as well as the person that they're performing as. And it's going to be hard for a lot of us to connect with Daniel Kaluuya, someone who's from Britain, from the UK, playing a man from Chicago, Illinois, via the United States of America. But that's pretty much all I have to say about this. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I will talk to you in the next one.